session of meditation and guided meditation conducted by Bhante. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the kind introduction. Okay, so welcome back. I think today's participant more than last night. Who did not attend last night's session? Oh, okay. So maybe I want to repeat again, but we shall start off with metta, because today that's the scheduled talk. So before we start, who have not practiced this metta meditation before? Never. Okay, maybe two persons. Okay, so we are going to give a sales pitch on these benefits of metta. And what's the benefits of metta? Why practice metta? Yeah? So I think last night somebody was asking me about sleeping problem. So metta is at 11 benefits. 11 benefits. First one is you sleep happily. You sleep happily. Because metta very nice, very sweet. I wish all beings were happy, very nice. I wish your body well and happy, very nice, relax. You can sleep. You can try and go. Who have sleeping problem? Or no sleeping problem? Okay, then no need to have this issue. Okay, then you wake up happily. Second benefit. If you maintain your thought, the last thought moment, you can sustain. The moment you wake up, also happy thought. So you wake up happily. And the third one, no nightmares, no evil dreams, no nightmare. So you want to sleep nicely, I have metta. Yeah, so these are the first three benefits. And the fourth one, you are dear to human beings. That means people will like you. People will like you. So this is the fourth benefit. Yeah, so some people say, I practice metta so that I can improve my sales. You have metta, more people will approach you. You can sell your product or whatever. No one. Yeah, this might be a byproduct, but that's not the main reason you should practice metta. So this is the fourth benefit. Human beings will like you. Fifth one, non-human beings will be dear to you also. Non-human beings. So it can be animal, can be ghosts, can be spirits, can be devas. So non-human beings will be nice to you. So if you go to stay any place, you want to stay overnight at any place, you have metta first. Because if you do not have metta, then sometimes those beings will cut you. You say metta, they will leave you alone. So this is a kind of, you say make friend. You have metta, then they will be nice to you also. So this is the fifth benefit. So there's a story, I think in the Karaniya Metta Sutta, that a number of monks were meditating in a forest. So they meditate. And these three spirits, the three devas, the three guardian spirits, don't like them. Don't like their presence. Very territorial. So at night, or when they were meditating, these spirits came up with these images, very scary images to try to scare them away. So all the monks were very scared. So they went back, went away from the forest and to see the Buddha. So the Buddha told them what happened and told them, give them instruction how to practice metta, loving kindness. So basically to wish all beings well and happy. So that's the instruction. So keep on doing that. So you can find this in the Karaniya Metta Sutta. So who have chanted before? Karaniya Metta Sutta. Yeah, quite a lot of people. So this is actually an instruction on how to practice metta. Not to chant, but don't know what to do, right? So you must have instruction. So the instruction is inside this Karaniya Metta Sutta. Yeah? Okay, so that's the fifth benefit. non-human beings will be dear to you. So when the monks go back to the forest and meditate, somehow the tree spirits okay with them already. Okay, you're nice to me and nice to you. So no issues, they can meditate in peace. Right? So this is the fifth benefit of loving kindness. And the sixth benefit is devas. Heavenly beings will protect you. Heavenly beings will protect you. Very important to have heavenly beings, because in this world there's so many sometimes negative forces. Sometimes could be unseen beings. Sometimes can be even people, human. I don't know whether it's common in this culture. Some people may resort to, how to say, approach practitioners of, let's say, black magic. They want to cast black magic on you, that kind of thing. So sometimes you need guardian deva protectors. Guardian deva protectors. So if you do something good, or you're a good person, the guardian devas will protect you. So if you're loving kindness, you appear to the devas as a bright being. If you are positive, if you have loving kindness, you appear bright to them. You smell nice. Yeah? But if you, let's say if a person is unwholesome, you always have negative thoughts, always angry, always jealous, they appear dark, they appear smelly. And so the devas won't want to go near them. So who will approach these beings? Demons, demons like us. Yeah, so that's why it's important to keep yourself positive, generate this positiveness. So that's the sixth benefit. Seventh benefit is that your complexion will be better. Yeah, your complexion will be better. That means your appearance, you would you look more serene, you look more beautiful. So the opposite is true. In Buddhism, in the law of karma, we believe that a person sort of become not so good looking is because of anger, lack of patience. So if you want to look good, you need to have metta, loving kindness. Yeah, so that's why normally in retreats, if let's say people stay overnight, we take 8 precepts. And one of the precepts is not to put makeup, not to put makeup, not to put cosmetics, not to beautify yourself. So we rely on cultivating this natural beauty, inner beauty. So if a person were to cultivate successfully this inner beauty, they will look nice. So you can save money on the beauty products, right? Don't have to waste so much money. Yeah? So no matter how much makeup you put, if you're frowning, means you're frowning. Right? You don't have to, people will know it's not nice, right? So, but if you put on a smile, you're nice looking, that is, you're more approachable. I give a scenario. Let's say if you are lost. You are lost in some place, you want to find a new place, you are lost in a certain area, a certain town, and there are 2 strangers. You want to ask for directions. Stranger number 1, pull a long face. Yeah, not happy. Stranger number 2 have at least smiling, put on a relaxed, smiling face. Who would you approach to ask for directions? Person 1, frowning face, anybody? Okay, person 2, yeah, approach person 2, right? So, same thing. If you want to be approachable, some people are asking, how come I got no friends? You must be approachable first. So, external this appearance is, we normally tell people, don't judge a book by its cover, but that's what we normally do, right? That's the first thing. That's the way we start. We are not mind readers, so we need to start out with external appearance. So first you need to appear pleasant, right? So loving kindness will help them. So you appear pleasant, you are more approachable. So this is the benefit also. So that's the 8th benefit. It's 7, yeah, 7th benefit. And number 8 benefit is that one will enter concentration quickly. One will enter concentration quickly. So loving kindness will help you to this enter concentration. Loving kindness by itself. Some people think that concentration means on do breath meditation. Okay. How many of you have ever done breath meditation before? Who tried using breath meditation to enter concentration? Nobody, maybe all do vipassana. Okay, a few people. Okay. So, loving kindness is important because if you do not have loving kindness, you are missing the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path, right thoughts, you need thoughts of non-anger, which is loving kindness. So if you do not have loving kindness, whatever meditation you do, you can be chanting the Buddha's name, you can be doing breath meditation, whatever it is. Let's say you watch breath meditation, you do not have loving kindness, end up people do until the face like head side, do like constipation, force and force and force and force, a lot of anger, a lot of aversion. And you become practice anger meditation. And the more you practice, the more you look unapproachable. So serious, so stern, so angry. And, some people, the more they meditate, then they shout here, shout there. So something is wrong with the meditation. They are practicing wrongly already. So meditation is to overcome craving, not to develop more craving. So the more they meditate, the more they want, more greed, more control. Then they cannot control, they get angry, very upset, very angry, very frustrated. So something is wrong already. You are not practicing correctly. So this is metta to soften this mind. Soften this mind important because some concepts might be wrong. So we use loving kindness to make peace. The whole idea is to make peace with all the sensations. We are not controlling, we are not fighting, we are not resisting. Make peace, wish you well, happy, wish you well, happy. So we reduce the craving of aversion, anger, reduce anger, very important. Because we do not overcome anger, do not overcome greed, and you practice for what? Practice for what? So we are here to overcome greed and anger. Greed and anger. So loving kindness is very important to reduce this aversion. Okay, so that's the 8th benefit, enter concentration quickly. So later on, I'm not sure whether you're familiar with this. The instructions I use later will be based on this Mettang Sutta. There's an N behind the Metta. So this Mettang Sutta, it is taught that by radiating loving kindness in all directions, wishing all beings well and happy, you keep on repeating this, one may enter this first level of concentration. We call this the jhanas. I don't want to give too technical detail on jhanas. So in jhanas there are different emotions or different factors, different emotions. So the first jhana will have a certain pleasant emotion, like joy and happiness. And if a person add insight, they add reflection on impermanence, they investigate impermanence in that state of mind, they may jump from number 1 to number 4. From the first level of concentration to the 4th level of concentration. So this is this metta meditation with regards to concentration. Okay, so and the number 9th benefit is that, okay, do not take this literally. No fire, poison, and weapon will harm you. So after you hear this, don't go and try to do anything funny, no stunt. Okay, so this statement, you have to understand the context. So I'm going to use a bit of logic to try to understand this statement. Right? For example, use the Buddha as example. Anybody know how the Buddha passed away? Anybody know? Food poisoning, Could he ate something wrong, got food poisoning, then eventually he passed away. And that's for the Buddha. So if that's the case, how can that statement be correct? How can this poison not harm you? And another example, Arahan, this Arahan Moggallana, foremost in psychic power. So an Arahan is supposed to be free from anger, so they have is supposed to have natural loving kindness. And how did he pass away? Anybody know? He got beaten to death. Beaten to death because his past life, he harmed his parents before. So some bandits come and harm him. Okay, so even the Buddha himself, he got injury, and physical injury. This Devadatta, this another bad monk, trying to kill the Buddha. And he rolled a giant boulder, giant rock, trying to crush the Buddha. But somehow, fortunately or unfortunately, some guardian devas broke the stone into many pieces. And one of the splinter hit the Buddha's foot. And the Buddha was bleeding. And so the Buddha also can get injured. Buddha get injured. So you cannot say loving kindness will protect you from weapons and poison. Okay, so how do you interpret this statement? So what it means, if a person is cultivating well, these weapons, fire and poison will not affect the mind. Will not affect the mind. So it's in line with the Buddha's message. The Buddha always said, beat the drums of deathlessness. Beat the drums of deathlessness. But the Buddha also go through aging, sickness, and he passed away. So what is this deathlessness? So you have to unlock this state of mind when there's no birth and no death. It's a mind, unconditioned mind, it's not affected by these vicissitudes of life, ups and downs of life. So you need to have this, cultivate until this. So loving kindness can easily cultivate this state of mind, be it a concentrated mind or mind with insight. So it's relative. So that's one of the benefits. Benefits of loving kindness. And the concentration, and you also have this unshakable mind. Unshakable mind. And the last three benefits, or the last two benefits will be, one will die, if a person were to pass away, will pass away peacefully. Pass away peacefully. No confusion, no struggle. No struggle. How many of you have ever witnessed, let's say, some death-based scene? Anybody beside a death? Yeah, okay. Sometimes people will struggle, People struggle because cannot let go, not at peace. So all our training here is for this final exam, actually. Final exam. But actually in Buddhism, we don't say wait until at the last moment. We say experience here and now. Here and now. All the small challenges in life, all the disturbances in life, how much can they affect you? If you cannot even handle small disturbances, how can you wait for the last moment? Last moment will be in excruciating pain. I do not know, different people have different scenarios. Let's say if you are very fortunate, we end up in a hospital, and the hospital bed, last moment, I think the nurses and doctors will try to revive you, they shock you, and do a lot of things to you. So no peace, no peace. If let's say you're in a medical setting, unless you're in a hospice. If you're in the hospital, you're trying to do everything. You're trying to CPR, press you, pump your chest, shock you, everything. So you cannot go away so peacefully. So you need to learn how to handle small disturbances before you talk about these big disturbances. So if you have loving kindness, you can get peace with small sort of disturbances. Then you can talk about bigger challenges. So if a person can pass away peacefully at the moment of death, there are few possibilities they can go. First, if they are enlightened, they go for that. Then they don't need to come back. Yeah, but if they are not enlightened, it is mentioned that the benefit is one will be reborn in this Brahma world. Brahma world. So earlier on we talked about the concentration, right? So if a person has this wishing all beings well and happy, only samatha only, they can enter this first level of concentration. So there's the first level of Brahma world. And do you know how long is the lifespan of this Brahma? Anybody know? There is 1 eon of lifespan. 1 eon. So there's one universe cycle. The lifespan of one universe. One universe forming and destroying. That's 1 eon. And the Buddha described give an analogy of how long is this eon, just a concept of how long is this eon. He gave an example. Imagine a mountain like Mount Everest, very, very big mountain. And every 100 years, a person will come by and take a silk cloth and rub once, and he go away. Every 100 years, he come again with a silk cloth, rub the mountain once, and walk away. And by the time he wear away the entire mountain, still not yet 1 eon. That is how long is 1 eon. So if you can be reborn as this Brahma world, and if you have inclination of the Dhamma, it can be a good thing. You know, some Buddhists say, become this Deva or become like Brahma, like no good, too enjoyable. But if you have inclination to the Dhamma, that's a good benefit. You become a guardian Deva. Guardian Deva. Very important role to protect this teaching, protect the practitioners. So this is very useful, very important. Yeah. So if you don't wish to get enlightened immediately, so that's the next best thing. Have a long life, enjoy yourself, no sickness, no hunger, and you can protect Dhamma. Heavenly realm. Okay, nowadays people more fortunate. In the ancient days, when they want to learn teachings, they have to find a master, maybe want to climb up a mountain, look for a master, ask for Dhamma. Nowadays, you can just maybe use your phone, YouTube or whatever, Google can find the teachings already. So the Devas also something like that. They want to think where they want to go, find this teacher, and they just teleport there. Yeah? So now we have the power of the Deva, something like that, close to the power of the Deva. They can just Google and find an answer. Yeah? Or they don't have to appear there directly. They can use divine ear, use FM radio, they can just listen. So that is for them. Okay, so that's the 11 benefits of this metta meditation. Alright? So before we start, who is still not convinced to do metta meditation? Okay, some incentive, so you know there's 11 benefits of metta. So before we start, give you some discount. You do some stretching first. You can stand, you can do stretching. How much time we have? Actually not much time. So we do a bit of stretching, you can stand for a while, stretch, and you can sit down again. Okay, so I presume we can start, right? So you find yourself a comfortable posture. Make sure you're seated comfortably. No stress or tension. Emphasis actually, meditation is practicing this mental cultivation. We are not cultivating the body. So, but for formal lesson, then we sit down because if you walk around, very distracting, right? So I need to teach when you're seated down. But learning kindness can be practiced in any posture. You're standing, walking, also can practice learning kindness. Okay, so but for the sake of this formality, let me sit down and make sure everyone is comfortable. Yes, everyone is back. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do, we are going to observe the sensations of the body. I'm going to sit down, relax, calm down. Okay, a bit of something new from last night. So we're going to first visualize a bit. Now use a bit of imagination, a bit only. Then you visualize your hair of the head, hair of the body. So this is actually impurities of the body meditation. So thinking of the hairs alone, no dharma, no benefit. So if a person no reflection at all, if they see their hair so beautiful looking, oh my hair, my fashion so nice, my hair so beautiful, then you develop greed. Then if you see your hair, my hair so messy, I don't like this fashion, so ugly. Then you develop anger. So seeing the hair itself, no dharma. So we need to add a reflection. So we first reach the hairs well and happy. Overcome this aversion first. So when you think of a new image, new patch of hair, which is well and happy, new patch of hair, well and happy. So we do this from head to toe. Like from yesterday, we always emphasize on right effort and keep repeating. Never leave the mind to do nothing. Once you do nothing, only means the mind go to dreamland, dream world. So in Buddhism, we have this called right thought, not no thought. Once you have no thought means something is wrong with you. Keep generating thoughts of goodwill to all the hairs. They observe whether the mind gets calmer or more anxious. That's an indicator whether you're doing it correctly. If there's a reduction in craving, then the mind should get calmer. That itself is follow through the action. You cease or you reduce craving, and you get certain, you see certain tension or stress. But if you react with craving, then you get certain stress. Okay, if your mind is relatively calm, then we can think of impermanence. This is the right time to think of impermanence. So all these hairs go through birth, aging, sickness, and passing away. So you think of them growing and falling, many, many cycles. Don't have to over-imagine what kind of of shampoo you're using, what kind of conditioner, no need that. Just hair is growing and falling. And while you keep looping this process, you can observe the changes and the rising and passing of the 5 aggregates. There is 5 cognitive processes involved when you imagine the hairs. So first the form aggregate. So the hairs itself has a form, from short hair to long hair, it changes in form. And next aggregate we have feelings. Pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral feelings from a young hair, what kind of feeling you have, and to old hair, what kind of feeling, hair falls off, what kind of feeling you have. And the third aggregate, perception. When you think of the hairs, images of the hairs, you require certain past memories. You must have seen some hair before, then you can imagine the hair, right? So whatever image that comes to your mind may not look exactly like your hair. Not everybody has photographic memory. Right? So that is part of perception. And also all the labeling, all the words you use, that is also perception. Call this a young hair, old hair. All these perception, labels and perceptions. And the fourth aggregate is mental formation. Every time you generate a new image, that is a new mental formation. Lastly, we have this consciousness, your awareness. And you're aware of that image in the mind, we call this mind or consciousness. If you are hearing my sound, you're using your ear consciousness. And this attention, this awareness, what happens to this mind consciousness in between 2 images? And you generate one image, young hair, then you generate another image, old hair. So what happens to that consciousness in between 2 images? Does it stay there forever? Does it change? Does it move around? Does it answer? Investigate, observe how these 5 aggregates, how they arise, how they pass away. Observe, right? The more you think of impermanence or observe impermanence, is this sense of self, this selfishness or this ego, is it increasing or decreasing? So at this current stage, this ego or this self is a bit like concrete in a concrete mixer. Huh? So when you think of impermanence, you're actually turning and churning and churning and churning. ego will not solidify. So once you do nothing only, you relax and do nothing only, and this ego will solidify. So some people say, stay with your awareness. You stay only and finish, gone. This ego will come back. Okay, then we can ask ourselves, are these hairs truly self? Can you tell the hairs not to go through the birth and death? Okay, then we can now think of your nails, fingernails and toenails, and we wish them well and happy. All these nails go through birth, aging, sickness, and passing away. So you think of them growing and falling, and cycles. And as we keep looping this process, we can observe the arising and passing of the 5 entities. So if you cannot multitask and observe 5, just observe 1, you'll never find. And we can ask ourselves, are these nails truly self? Can we tell the nails not to go through this birth and death? If it is truly self, truly yours, means you should have total control. If you tell it, don't grow old, don't get dirty, don't grow long, then we can move on to the next part of the body, of teeth. We wish all the teeth inside the mouth well and happy, all the upper and lower rows of teeth, may they be well and happy. Teeth are subject to birth, aging, sickness, and passing away. So you think of the teeth growing and falling, and in cycles. Even though the teeth fall twice the most, we can keep repeating. We treat this as mental detachment exercise. So his teeth can keep growing and falling many, many times. So while we keep looping this process, we can also observe the arising and passing of the 5 aggregates. And we can ask ourselves, are these teeth truly self? Can we tell the teeth not to go through this birth and death? And next we can think of the skin. We wish all the skin well and happy from head to toe. Every patch of skin we wish them well and happy. And all these skin are subject to birth, aging, sickness, and passing away. So you think of the skin growing and falling, many, many cycles. And as we keep looping the image, then we can also observe the arising and passing of the 5 aggregates. truly self. Can we tell the skin not to go through this birth and death? Okay, then we move on to the next phase of meditation. So for this impervious of the body, we just do external parts. The parts where you can at least look at the mirror and see, and at least you get attached to those parts of the body. Okay, so now we are using sensation, no more visualization from now onwards. So we're just going to feel all the sensations throughout the body from head to toe. We call this mindfulness of the four element sensations. So these are earth, fire, wind, and water elements. Nothing mystical or magical about them. Earth element represents any hard or soft sensations. Fire element represents any hot and cold sensations. Wind element represents any kind of movement, fast or slow movements. And water element represents any kind of moist or dry sensations. So the whole idea is to not control these elements. We are not training to be some and then do anything. So the whole idea is whatever sensations appear, we just wish them well and happy. And no controlling, do not deliberately generate them. Let it arise naturally by itself. And whatever appears, we make peace with them, wish them well and happy. Sometimes these sensations come with different feelings. Sometimes it can be painful feelings or uncomfortable feelings. Sometimes it can be pleasant feelings. Whatever feelings can come, we also wish them well and happy. Do not struggle, no fighting. Make peace with them. Wish them well and happy. New sensation appear, wish them well and happy. New sensation appear, wish them well and happy. So you might have noticed a certain similar pattern, no matter what meditation object you're using. Once you have the loving kindness, it will calm down more or less the same similar kind of process. because we are not training the hairs, we are not training the nails and teeth, and we are not training the elements. And we are calming down these 5 aggregates, calming down the mind. Okay, so you take note of this state of mind, that is the emotion. We call this a restricted form of loving kindness. So no concentrating stage yet. So now we're trying to practice boundless loving kindness. So we're going to wish all beings in all directions well and happy, above, below, and all across, in front, behind, left, right, everywhere, all directions. No need to push the mind. Let the mind extend naturally by itself. We just make a gentle wish in all beings in all directions, be well and happy. And most importantly is don't visualize, because once we visualize any particular group of beings, there will be some probably past emotional baggage. It can be good, it can be bad, whatever it is. So we try not to contaminate this loving kindness. We try to have a non-discriminating loving kindness. So boundless loving kindness, we wish all beings, all directions well and happy. So this method requires us to treat all beings. We perceive them in terms of the 4 elements. All beings are made of these 5 aggregates, these 4 elements. So whatever sensation that appear inside the body or outside the body, whatever you can detect, and we wish all beings well and happy. So this is universal friendliness. Please do not imagine any close one, loved ones for this time being. So now we cultivate this universal goodwill. So the more we wish all beings well and happy, the more we repeat. If you let's say do it correctly, all the conditions fall in place, there should be an increment in joy and happiness, and this emotion of joy and happiness compared to this restricted loving kindness. So if there's any increment of this joy and happiness or peace, that would indicate at least around the region of the first level of concentration. And regardless of what you experience, keep on wishing all beings well and happy. Okay, so, and now we can add some insight, some wisdom to this practice. And we can reflect how to cultivate a more unconditional loving kindness. And so we're going to shake off this clinging, shake off this attachment. And we're going to observe impermanence. So we observe all these sensations, how they appear, how they disappear, how they arise and pass away. And every moment, how they arise and pass away. And whenever you observe any kind of changes, you can mentally take note. So that means you sub-vocalize. You can use any word or phrase you want. You can use impermanence, change, rising, falling, rising, passing, anicca. And pick your favorite. So that is to convert the observation into wisdom. So no matter what happens, keep on reflecting on impermanence. And if let's say the condition is right, the joy and happiness should disappear and it will be replaced with this neutral but refreshing kind of emotion. So we call this equanimity. So by right you should feel a bit awake. If you're sleeping, then that's not the correct kind of equanimity. So regardless of what you experience, keep on reflecting on impermanence. And we're going to switch to this second sublime state. So the second sublime state is this compassion. So earlier on, loving kindness is to overcome anger, and compassion is to overcome cruelty. So for compassion, we wish all beings free from suffering. So for this particular routine, same thing, no visualization. All beings, regardless of their health status, whether they are sick or poor, sick or healthy, rich or poor, financial status, all beings, as long as they cling to the five aggregates, they will result in suffering. So whenever we detect any sensation, whatever sensation appears, we wish all beings free from suffering. When new sensation appears, we all beings be free from suffering. New sensation appears, we all beings be free from suffering. The whole life is not to imagine any drama or scenario where you get sucked into this new samsara, basically. So we always come back to the sensations and we wish all beings free from suffering. Because once we imagine, we also cling to that five aggregates and we get sucked into that suffering. So always come back to the right thought and wish all beings free from suffering. No need to visualize. Let's say do it correctly, the conditions fall in place. One may feel certain joyful or happy emotion. And you'll be thinking, how come compassion can feel joyful or not? So that is the concentrated kind of compassion. So the conventional kind of compassion we are used to is to worry for somebody, plan for somebody, and think and worry. So that is very draining kind of compassion. And if we overdo it, even though it brings us certain sad and sorrow emotion, you overdo it and it becomes burnout and depression. And that is not the middle way kind of compassion. Imagine like Buddha or Kuan Yin, if they practice until you are depression, I think something is wrong with compassion with you. So the more we practice compassion correctly, we should be happier. So for this case, this recharging kind of compassion will lead to this certain emotions of joy and happiness. Okay, then we add some insight, some wisdom, and we're going to reflect how to overcome this suffering. So we are going to not cling to the 5 aggregates. So we use impermanence to shake off this clinging. So we're going to observe all these sensations, how they arise and pass away. The sensations can be inside the body, outside the body, doesn't matter. Now, whatever sensation appears, then you observe how they arise, how they disappear. So you have evidential observation, and you also can sub-vocalize in the mind. Mentally take note, and you can use any word or phrase, impermanence, change, rising, falling. Okay, so if let's say the joy and happiness start to disappear again, this time round one may not experience the equanimity from before. Now it's probably a kind of blankness or a kind of spaciousness. So we call this the perception of space. But regardless of what you experience, keep on reflecting on the impermanence. Do not get lost in that space. Treat everything as bonus. Emphasis is on this impermanence. Okay, so I can see some people tak boleh tahan already. So we are going to, before we officially end this segment, same gentle reminder from this Karaniya Metta Sutta. You're a person who will maintain these boundless, immeasurable states, be it standing, sitting, walking, or lying down. Then this is the noblest living. And so you can gently open your eyes, formally end the meditation, but informally still can generate right thoughts. Then you can wish your legs well and happy, or wish your legs free from suffering. You can adjust if you want. Okay, so I move on to the next segment. I think this segment is on walking meditation. Walking meditation. Okay, so I'm just going to do sample demonstration. Who has never done walking meditation before? Walking never done before. Okay, never mind. Okay, so this walking meditation is not your jalan shopping like that. So you walk at time about certain regulation, certain restriction. Yeah, so imagine you look at Buddha image. You normally see the Buddha always looking downwards, casting the eye downwards. You don't see the Buddha looking around like that. So this one is also part of the actually monastic training rules. Monastic training rules, if we have nothing to do or we have something to do, also cast the eyes downwards. So this is to bring the mind, collect the mind together. Don't let the mind scatter around. You try now, you gaze downward versus looking around. See which one can make you settle faster. Okay, so for meditation, whatever posture, standing or walking or sitting, ideally you cast your eye downwards. But if you want to look, if you have to look around, please look around. Don't say you cross the road and you look downward, and car park you also don't know, then you get into trouble. So if you walk across the road, please look at the traffic. But if you are in a safe space, then by all means look downwards. Okay, so what we need to do is, we talk about eyes already, so now we talk about the legs and the hands. So normally we try not to swing the hands around also. So no marching, no chopping style. So this one is, we either place the hands in front or place the hands behind. Either like this or like this. So the whole idea is don't let the arms swing around. So when you walk that time, first you need to find a space. So this one probably need the organizers to coordinate. Make sure everybody find the road. If you want to walk this direction, make sure your left and right also walk this direction. Don't one person walk here, then another person walk perpendicularly, then you need traffic light. Yeah, so very troublesome. So this one, no traffic light required. You just walk and make sure you don't langgar into anybody. Don't langgar into anything also. So you walk, make sure there's a certain spacing. The amount, the distance, not so important. Can be 10 paces, 20 paces, not so important. So you can walk. So when you walk, also speed doesn't matter. This one, no speed restriction. But of course, no running. So when you walk, so after some time, you can turn around. When it's time to turn, then you turn mindfully, and you continue walking. Okay, so the speed is actually relative to your state of mind or what you're doing. So in meditation, there's the samatha kind of meditation, like for example, the first phase or whatever we are doing, we just do, wish well and happy. So that is the samatha phase. Then there's the vipassana phase, thinking of impermanence, reflecting or investigating impermanence.
So depending on how intense you want to investigate, some people want to investigate until every step, every movement, see any changes. You want to do slow can, and make sure you don't overdo it. So the whole idea is whatever you can observe, do not force out the sensation. So that's the whole idea. So you walk naturally. If it's naturally you want to slow down, but only slow down. If you too slow, then you might daydream. You walk too fast, also become too restless. So you need to find your own natural speed. Own natural speed. So the speed will adjust accordingly. The more you walk, eventually you come to the right speed. There's no right or wrong speed. Okay, then where to place your mind? Where to place your mind? So earlier on we tried different kinds of meditation. Earlier on we tried the restrictive mode, that means loving kindness within the confines of the body. And we also train expanded mind. We wish all beings well and happy. Right? So the area of attention doesn't matter. So you can choose one small area, let's say your feet, or you can choose within the body, you can choose your breath, you can choose a large area, it doesn't matter, because all these are the 5 clinging aggregates. You can either cling or you can either detach. It's your choice. Though a person can put their attention to the feet, but then still can get very angry, can get very frustrated. Or they can put the attention to the feet and also can find detachment. Right? So it depends on how you reflect. So area of attention to me is not so important. So the whole idea is you find, you can experiment and play around. You can use small area first, large area, small area, doesn't matter. The whole idea is whatever you do, you need to eventually reflect on, right thought first. Right thought, either loving kindness or impermanence. So that's the programming. So the software in the mind has to be right thought. Area of attention doesn't matter. You find one that suits you, and then you keep on reflecting, repeating and repeating. So do not daydream. Some people walk because very monotonous. So you walk up and down, then you end up daydreaming, but still can walk, but daydreaming. So no daydreaming. Every moment, right effort, right thought. Okay, any question? No questions? Okay, then we can proceed with the walking. So you find one row, then you can walk. If it's too small, any other areas? Any area to recommend? Upstairs, okay, so you recommend upstairs. Right, so there are many floors here, upstairs, downstairs. So we walk until what time? Walk until 10:30. Walk until 10:30. So half an hour for you to jalan-jalan. So 10:30, come back here for Q&A.
So the rest jalan until don't know where they are. Okay. So this is the time for basically Q&A. Any questions or issues throughout the whole session? Because today is the first day of the official something like guidance session. So it's more like troubleshooting, because the rest of the day or the next day basically much on your own. Or you can take the 1-2 days to clarify the issues, then the rest of your life after the retreat, then you have something to work on. Yeah, so we take this opportunity to clarify. Anyone? Any issues? All very clear. My instruction very clear. Okay, so yes, you have something.
Okay, we do all this meditation.
Yeah.
How we put it to practice in our normal life?
Yeah, very good question. How do you put in practice in normal life? So ideally, we talk about practicing this loving kindness or this right thought in all our activities, standing, sitting, walking, or lying down. Now, just like yesterday we talked about angry person, or a grumpy person, or a sad person, you can get upset the whole day, can get angry the whole day. Now, why is it possible? Because you allow the mind to do so. So loving kindness is actually training the opposite. We're training the loving kindness, but needs some effort like investment, not investment. So once you're successfully invested in this, then you have loving kindness the whole day. So it's a positive investment. So this one is a good skill to learn. Another example I will give is, martial arts, Kung Fu, for example, karate, taekwondo, whatever it is. So the formal practice, for example, would be maybe punching the punching bag, for example, punching and kicking the punching bag. But let's say in a real life scenario, maybe in a sparring match, or maybe they need some, somebody on the street who want to attack them, they want to defend themselves. The person, the opposite side of the ring, they are not the same as the punching bag. They don't stay still and then you punch. Right? They move around. But the technique is the same. How you punch, how you kick, how you block is basically the same thing. More or less the same thing. So there's a reason why they rehearse a certain move over and over again. And then they also must switch to real life practice, to test, field test. Field test. So when you go for your formal sitting, formal training, that is your very routine kind of training. The field test is actually every moment. Field test every moment. Once you, as long as your mind is working, your six senses are working. Every moment there's the six senses are assailing you every moment. They're assailing you every moment. Every moment is subject to clinging. In fact, Mara said that all these senses, all these aggregates are all this equipment. All this equipment. We are living in this like a matrix, this samsara. So to overcome it is not easy. Everything is basically a trap and is the enemy already. So it's not easy to defend and overcome. So it's a slow step. Steady by steady, step by step. Alright. Sound a bit abstract, but that's the idea. Okay, so we actually, the theme is going against the stream, So this stream is, the meaning of this stream is craving. Craving. So the craving and the desire is like the stream flow one direction. And our training is going against the stream. Going against desire, going against craving. So it's not easy. Especially different people got different current of this craving. Some people are like waterfall, but people want to slip up, but it's like not easy. So you need some time to find the correct angle, correct slope. Probably wait until the tide, the weather is okay, and you trudge across the stream. Not easy, but it's going to take patience and take time. Any other questions? No questions, all okay? On to self-practice? Yes. Maybe you can identify yourself and your question. So if we face pain, first we call this unpleasant feeling or painful feeling. So depending on what kind of meditation you're doing, if let's say you're doing the samatha phase, let's say just wishing loving kindness, we wish it well and happy first. No matter how you wish well and happy, then the pain is still there. It's so excruciating. Change position, never mind. Change position. We are not training to be in a statue. We are not training to be a robot. There's a saying by Ajahn Chah. A lot of people have this misconception that being a good meditator means must sit very long. Good meditator means must sit very long. So this late Venerable Ajahn Chah, one of the Thai forest masters, he made this interesting statement or words of wisdom. He said, a hen incubating an egg or frog can be sitting there the whole day. They can sit very long. sit for many, many hours. But are they enlightened? Yeah, are they enlightened? Yeah, so sitting can be trained, you know. In fact, I know of monks who can sit and fall asleep. Very straight, you know, sit or fall asleep. You can hear the snoring. Snoring, upright, sitting upright, snoring. Possible can be done. So this is result of training, physical training. You want to sit long, there's a physical conditioning. Eventually you sit long, the backside, the callousness, the skin will turn hard, get hard. Maybe there's a bit of microfracture, the bones will harden, whatever, right? The nerves will become less sensitive. So this is called physical conditioning only. But what's going on in the mind? What's going on in the brain? What are you thinking? Right? So that's the most important key. Right? A lot of people just train physically, but mentally never train, there's no point. Must defeat the purpose. In fact, on the contrary, I give an example of some of the Buddha's disciples. Some of the Buddha disciples never even do sitting meditation. They can get enlightened. Like for example, this Venerable Sivali is the monk foremost in receiving gifts. Receiving gifts. It's a bit like the fortune cat of the Sangha. Yeah? So basically, his past life, he's done so much charity until when he was born in this life, and that lifetime, the Buddha's lifetime, he don't have to go through any poverty. You know? He always have enough. People will give him enough things. So much things. So to the extent, so before he was a monk, it was believed that as a boy, whenever he's hungry, when his biscuit tin is empty, he reaches his hand inside, no biscuit, then he'll cry, the heavens will shake. Heavens will shake. So much merit until the devas have to do something to create biscuit for him. So that's how much merit he has. So before he was a monk, right before he was a monk, he wanted to seek for ordination. So the Buddha asked Venerable Sariputta to shave the head for him. So when shaving, Venerable Sariputta told this Sivali, you should reflect on impermanence. All these hairs, how they follow impermanent, like what we are doing. So when, but you never shave physically. So when he's shaving, when the hair shave one time, for one time, reflect. The first shave, this Sivali became stream enterer. Shave one time, then shave second time, become once return. Shave third time, not return. Shave fourth time, become arahant. Yeah. So you don't need to sit long hours anything, and to shave the hair. So you spend many hours, think of the hair falling, growing, still nothing. So this Sivali different, right? Shave and reflect impermanent, then eventually become arahant. Don't need to sit long hours. So this for him, right? So you need enough merits. So that's why when we do loving kindness first, we wish the hair well and happy, is to create enough merit. Make sure the mind is in the right state of mind. If we straight away rush, when the mind is not calm, not peaceful, we straight think of impermanence. Sometimes we cannot accept, you know. We cannot accept. My hair falling off, I should go and visit Vietnam Hair Care Treatment Center. I should solve my balding problem. So, or if my hair turn white, I must dye my hair. So this one is the mind not ready, then you cannot accept the truth. So you need to have enough merits. So this Arahant Sivali, lots of merits, and the mind very wholesome, very positive. So introduce the truth, only all can accept. Yeah, so this one is, you need to cultivate this loving kindness first, then impermanence. So for pain, and we wish this pain well and happy. If your mind cannot accept, never mind, change. What happens is a lot of people they end up fighting, pain and they fight, the more they see, the more angry. Anger meditation, fighting, anger. And instead of creating good karma, you're creating this negative karma, fighting, angry. Then you create a lot of this karma, depends on how long you fight. Then you end up become Don't know what you're cultivating. So we are not cultivating an wholesome state of mind. So you try first, you try your best, you still cannot, then change, never mind. So the whole idea is we call it right mindfulness in all activities. You're standing, sitting, walking, lying down, eating, going to the toilet, maybe talking, also can generate good thoughts. Think of this loving kindness or think of impermanence like that. Okay, so this is more important. Now applying in daily life, more important. Because how many hours do we sit a day? How many hours do we sit do formal sitting? Anybody? Not very long, right? Not very long, right? We see the one only, pain really, people changing really, or people walking around really. Right? So, we cannot rely on formal sitting alone to create this good karma revenue. Not reliable. So the bulk of the time is non-formal sitting. Do other activities at time, how to generate revenue, good karma, in all these other activities. So every moment generate good thought, and good motivation, good intention, right thought. Okay, so that is more important. So once you have the software correct, the physical posture not so important. Not so important. Main thing is the mental posture. So there's another disciple, I'm not sure heard of this, Venerable Chula Pataka. So this monk, supposed to be mentally challenged monk. He cannot memorize chanting. So his elder brother is an enlightened monk, but very smart and very intelligent. So his group of monks specialized in reciting the teachings. So basically a lot of memorizing and reciting. So this monk Venerable Chula Pataka, the one that's mentally challenged, decided to ordain and follow the elder brother. So when he followed his company of monks, need to memorize chanting one. So they do the chanting, they chant. When he chant the first verse, Buddhang Saranam Gacchami, then when he wants to start to learn the second verse, Dhammang Saranam Gacchami, he forget the first verse. Buddhang Saranam Gacchami, forget. Then when you want to visit the first verse, okay, Buddhang Saranam Gacchami, then you forget the second verse. Dhammang Saranam Gacchami, forget already. He cannot memorize chanting. So the elder brother, this, what's the name? Mahapataka. So decided to tell him, I'm so sorry, younger brother, we cannot help you, we do not have other means to help you. I think you need to leave our monastery. So this younger brother, this Chula Pataka, was so sad, he outside the monastery crying. My brother don't want me anymore. So he's crying, very sad. Then the Buddha happened to come by. And the Buddha asked him, what happened? Why are you crying? So he told the Buddha what happened. He got rejected because he cannot memorize the chanting. So the Buddha told him, never mind, you're still the disciple of the Buddha. So you follow the Buddha to his group. So the Buddha gave him special assignment. So the Theravada edition asked him to write something. Take a white cloth, and the Buddha said, can you memorize one word? One word can, no problem. So one word is white color, white. Because the cloth is white color. So when you clean something at a time, clean, like karate clean, wax on, clean. White color, if you want to do white color, then when you change the cloth, the cloth turn color, turn brown, turn black, dust. Then immediately you realize the truth. So doesn't require sitting. Requires this, we call it right thought every moment. So for his case, this is mind very simple. His mind very simple. So he just need to focus, mind concentrated. He sees some impermanence only, then he realizes the truth actually. experiential impermanence from white to black. Okay, realize the truth. Yeah. So don't have to be sitting all the time. Okay. Anyone else? Any questions? No? All okay? All good? So you can practice all throughout the retreat. So after hearing this, there's no excuse to say, I have no time to practice. Every moment can practice. There's no such thing as no time to practice. As long as we have eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind, we can practice really. Either that's subject to clinging or that's subject to detachment. Alright? Okay, so I give a 3 count again. If there's nothing, first count is...
Okay, there is this fear that we get attached to a lot of things. And by doing all these practices, sometimes some people so free that they say we must keep it this way. So it is very important for practice. If I say do walking meditation, and then there is emergency of walking meditation, we cannot apply walking meditation because we walk faster, right?
Yeah, correct.
So I think most problems clinging on to practice.
Yeah.
If I take advice.
Yeah, okay. So very good question, right? So one of the depends on how you interpret it. There's one factor, one defilement called clinging to rituals and practices. So that may extend to Buddhist practices also. So if we cling on to the practice without knowing the meaning, without the proper understanding, then we hold on to the form, but we do not fulfill the purpose. Right? So like what you mentioned, do the walking must do slowly, then when there's some other thing else, then cannot apply anymore. Right? So requires a certain time to break through. Certain time to break through. So no worries. Need some time or need some discussion. Sometimes the person requires some reflection, some discussion to sometimes make the person actually reflect how to improve. Always improvement. Because how many people do walking slowly like that every day? When you walk to the market, walk to school, walk to work, who does it? Do very slowly. You'll be late for work. You walk like that slowly, gone. You get fired. So you cannot do that. So you need to walk fast, no problem. So when walking fast, what kind of meditation object can you use to create good karma? So it's all about, you learn a variety of techniques, then you choose the correct one. So there are many cognitive functions. You cannot be always focusing on one thing all the time, or one small area. Like in general what we mentioned, if you cross the road, you need to look at the traffic. You're not getting into trouble. Or we cannot be open awareness all the time. Then you want to read something, cannot focus. You're always aware, and then the words become blur. You're aware. So you need to focus also. So when you're focusing, you can be detached, you can be relaxed. When your mind's open, you can be relaxed. So that's the ideal. So we're training for that. Every moment in peace. Right? So that's why we call training. You cannot do it overnight. So it's it takes some time. Some people faster, some people slower. Depends on how much effort you put in also. Any other questions? Okay, yes, one at the back. If you just say left, right, then it becomes a very samatha kind of meditation. They are very samatha. So eventually, if you find your mind calm, you must switch to impermanence. Alright. Anyone else? Yes.
I find visualization a bit difficult. As when I do visualization, I feel that my mind is going out rather than being in. So I feel my mind is scattered when I try to do visualization.
Okay, so so we introduce you a variety. You don't have to do all of them. So if you think it's not suitable for you, don't do that. Don't do. Yeah. So the visualization practice we do here is very minimal. Very minimal. So the complete practice is to actually think of the entire body. Think of your entire human biology, anatomy. Your heart, your lungs, your stomach, liver, all these things. So for us, no need. Because how many of you look at your internal organs? Nobody, right? Yeah. So we practice the parts that we are attached with. Yeah. The things we look in the mirror, we attach to our hair, our skin, our teeth, all these. So the things that we are attached, then we reflect on how to detach them. That's all. But if let's say you have difficulty visualizing, then never mind. It's okay. Then you do some other kind of meditation. No? Anyone else? So visualization also not easy, because sometimes easy to drift off and daydream also. Okay, yes, you have something.
Okay. So you mentioned while doing walking meditation, you say you're supposed to contemplate impermanence. Can you please be more specific?
Okay. So the contemplation of impermanence is very similar to what we do with sitting. When we sit, we observe the sensations, right? How they appear and disappear. So when the body moves at time, there's sensation also. So you can focus whichever part of the body, it can be the entire body, it can be just the feet. As long as there's movement, there's some changes in sensation, and that's your real-time evidence. You don't have to over-imagine too far. Next time I grow old, who take care of me, how much savings I have, which nursing home or which hospital, and whatever. I don't have to worry. This one become, we call worrying already. Yeah, so we don't go too far, we just use here and now, here and now, here. Okay?
Regarding the sensation, I'm looking at the sensation. You contemplate the impermanence.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm doing the 3-step walking meditation, rising, pushing, falling.
Yeah.
How to perceive it?
Yeah, so when you rise that time, there's changes already. Right? Yeah. So you move forward also, there's something. So whichever, how fast or how slow you do it, there will be some impermanence of sensation. So you take that long. So the rate of the change of the sensation depends on how sharp is the mind only on this one. If you can feel one change per one movement, that's fine also can, doesn't matter. You can feel multiple changes in one movement, that's also can, that also works. The whole idea is we try to feel observe this impermanence, because once we let the mind idle for more than 2 seconds, just a rough kind, more than 2 seconds, then there will be clinging. Naturally, we click. That's the default programming of the mind already. And so it's not easy to detect. We're actually swimming against the stream. And so once we do not reflect on it, we stop rowing on it, we stop swimming on it, and we just follow the current really. Okay. Next question.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I found there is different masters have different kind of meditation techniques.
Yeah.
Like they say that the one visualization is more like vipassana.
Visualization, vipassana means there's a reflection of impermanence. So it may or may not include visualization.
So how about the samadhi?
Okay, so samadhi. Okay, so there's a very good point. So I'm going to introduce you a few jargons today. There's samatha, means a concentrative kind of meditation. And there's vipassana. Vipassana means insight meditation. Okay, so samatha meditation may lead to samadhi. That means if you focus on a certain ideal, a certain concept, let's say loving kindness, we wish all beings well and happy. So that process itself, we call this samatha meditation. Or some people just recite the Buddha's name, that is a samatha meditation, because there's an ideal, a certain concept. And samadhi means states of peace. States of peace, or some people call it states of concentration. So there are different levels of samadhis. And so samatha will lead to different samadhis. Okay, then for insight. Insight means to understand the nature of reality. So in reality, ultimately everything is subject to impermanence and change. So the whole idea is to understand these impermanence. So the whole idea is to observe and investigate impermanence. So that's leading to wisdom. And eventually, this process can also lead to another kind of samadhi. And this samadhi is different from the samatha samadhi. Yeah, so the insight samadhi is more wisdom and detachment. It's not jhana. So, yeah.
So are we exposed to these different techniques and different types?
Okay, so during the routine, like for example, the visualization of body parts earlier, the wishing of, for example, of our hair well and happy, that's a samatha kind of meditation. So we use the well and happy to make the mind calm down. And once the mind calms down, then we switch to the hair is growing and falling and impermanent. Yeah, so we are switching from samatha to vipassana. So that's for the visualization part. Then for the sensation part, feeling the, wishing all beings well and happy. So that's a samatha meditation. And once the mind is calmed down or reach a certain level of peace, then we switch to impermanence. All these sensations, they appear, disappear, arise and fall. So we will switch again.
So we will all switch to our own the way that
Yeah, correct.
we more comfortable with.
Yeah, correct. So the samatha practice is to recharge your battery. The vipassana one may expand the battery. Yeah, so it depends on how you do it. So if let's say a person can reach certain stillness and peace straight away, then they are more effective. So the whole idea is you can switch around depending on how much energy you spend or discharge. Yeah. All right. Any other questions? Yeah.
Any recommendation or comment on scanning?
Scanning of the body, yeah, so that's what we did earlier. We feel the sensations, and so in a way it's indirectly scanning the body. So we are making peace with the sensation. Yeah? So we do not deliberately think of one part. So whatever sensation arises, can be from the shoulder, can be your right knee, doesn't matter, right? So as long as you feel something, you just wish it well and happy. Anyone else?
We have Phra Goh here in Singapore. It's the best time to ask questions because if you ask me, I don't give the right answer. So we have Phra Goh here to help us. So any doubt, anything? Thank you very much.
My question is, when you talk, you concentrate on the hair and the teeth, wishing them well, then we think about impermanence. There might be a sense of sadness, isn't it? I mean, sometimes there's kind of sense of sadness. Is that unique or what? When we think of the hands swelling, the teeth swelling, there's a sense that there's aging there. So if that unique, then what should we do next?
Okay, a very good question. Okay, so this sadness is an indication of the definition of suffering. That means there's still a sense of not accepting the impermanence here. So no worries. So what we can rectify is when we wish the teeth or wish whatever well and happy, the phrasing of how you wish it very important. We don't go and say, I wish my teeth well and happy. Once you add the mind in there, we are actually trying to overcome self-cherishing thought. Then actually we are increasing the self-cherishing thought, increasing this self-interest. So when we have this ego then when the teeth drop, of course you feel sad, you feel very upset. So the whole idea is we wish the teeth well and happy, we wish the hairs well and happy. We try to get the I out of the equation first, might be easier. You can try this first. And then for the impermanence part, we do it quickly. And we don't add too much detail. We don't think of the teeth fall off, I got blood, I got this, I so blood. Don't have to overthink, don't have to over-imagine. Don't need to be too high definition. Just teeth growing and falling, teeth growing and falling. You do it fast, then it's easier for detachment. If you do it too slow, then it's like swimming against the stream. If you row too slow, then the current just push you back on. So you need to do faster, stroke faster, swim faster. Okay? So we repeat the process quickly. Don't over-imagine. Once you dramatize only, there's a story only, then that's another samsara. You're living in another world, another being, another birth and death, another story. And so we try not to go into over-dramatization. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Any other questions? Yes, sir? Yeah. In Chinese, okay, like what you want to know? Oh, my Chinese also 6:30. That's right. 你要问什么问题呢？几岁啊？今年38岁。
那样的话，你是几岁走上修行这条路的？
我23岁出家。
那样的话，你以前的家是在哪里吗？
我自己的家，我是新加坡人嘛，所以我的父母亲还在新加坡咯。
来马来西亚这里来。
对。
是什么原因会让你来这里呢
？OK， 是这个 TBCM 嘛，这个主要请我来这边咯。谁听不懂英语的？还有OK， 有2-3位 OK。如果有那些会翻译的话请帮忙了坐在旁边的帮忙翻译了Over here, who cannot understand Mandarin? Okay, so to be fair, I speak English. Okay.
We have one or two can translate.
Yes. Yeah.
You can ask in Chinese or
Okay, any other question? Okay, there's no issues. I give a count, 3 count. First count, second count, third count. Okay, deal. Okay, so end of this session.